First Timothy
First Timothy
1:17.
1:17.
Okay, I'll try to be fair and stand over here now. Yes, good job. So now we will move on. I'm sure you will hopefully remember this at the end of this camp, okay? Next. What does this all mean for us? Is that we will be focusing on 7 words that represent the 7 different histories within the Bible. Each word corresponds to a moment in time when this was happening on this planet. And it's written in the Bible. So, today, this is day 1, we will learn about creation. Who knows what the word creation means? Yes, go ahead. What does the word creation
It
mean?
means to create how God created the earth.
Yeah, it means to create. I like that. That's a good way to put it. Yes, creation, you create. Yes, sir.
Like planting stuff?
Planting stuff, I guess in a way that's creation, right? Yeah, because seed produces a plant. I agree with you. All right, so we will talk about, yes, Romina?
Make stuff?
You make stuff. I love it. That's a good way to put it for somebody like me. I'm not too good with English, and when you say it like that, it makes sense. Yeah, so that's the first one. Corruption. That's a hard one. Who can explain to me what the word corruption means? Andrew, right? What? Broken. I kind of agree with that. Broken, yeah. Something that's uncorrupted, it's not broken, but something that's corrupted, it's broken. So corruption happens to certain things that used to be good, and then maybe some mixture of evil or some mixture of bad got into something good. So that's what the word corruption means. Next is catastrophe. Who can tell me what the word catastrophe means? What does the word catastrophe means? Well, this is actually I was expecting that I can fit through this. Catastrophe. Yes.
Catastrophe is like when something bad happens, like a flood, for instance, or
Oh, like a flood, for instance,
Yep.
right? Yeah, when something bad happens. Sometimes naturally. Yes, go ahead. Something floods or storms. Looks like there might be a storm out there, but let's hope it's not a catastrophe. Next is confusion. Who knows what the word confusion means? Stanislav. Confused. Oh. Yeah, so it's when you know what it is, but you get it confused. Yes, all right. Agreed? Yes?
It's when you don't like know it, but you actually in your head you might lie.
Okay, when you don't actually know it, but in your head you might lie. That's a very philosophical way of explaining it. Yes, I like that one too. All right, next one is Christ. We know who Christ is. That was probably the most important thing that happened in our history. Then we will talk about the cross. Literally 30 years after, a little more. And then there's a difficult word, consummation. The second coming of Christ. Обновление. Когда мир будет обновлен. But this camp is only 4 days, so we will not get to consummation during this camp. But we will get to all the other words. So, we went over creation. We will learn about it today, okay? Tomorrow, we will talk about corruption. We will talk about catastrophe. That's tomorrow. Then on the 3rd day, we will talk about confusion. Oh, hey, what's going on?
That's confusion.
That's confusion. Hey, can you go back? Did somebody press a button? No, you're gonna see all my jokes. That's unfair. Yeah, that was really confusing. Не нажимайте клавиши, пожалуйста. Confusion. Then, on the last day, a very important topic. We will talk about Christ and cross, all on the same day. And This is probably the most important thing. And we will not get to consummation, but one day you will hear about it. All right. Another amazing thing. So this usually gets me a little excited because I kind of like creatures. I really like animals. Who likes animals? Raise your hand. So, oh wow. Who doesn't like animals? Raise your hand. Come on, okay. You don't like animals? Oh, you do. Good job. Okay. You like animals? Awesome. All right. I like animals too. And every day we will have a different animal friend or an animal pal that we meet. And I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. So for example, today when we're talking about creation, we will meet, oh, what's going on? We will meet Eden, the parrot. Okay? That's who we will meet today. Tomorrow, we will meet Tox, the poison dart frog. So all of these animals are mysterious right now. Yeah, that's a problem. Then we will meet Scatter, the silverback gorilla. Huh, interesting. On the day 3, when we talk about confusion, we will also meet Scatter, the silverback gorilla. Interesting. And on the 4th day, we will meet Rose, the Amazon River dolphin. Who thought that dolphins only exist in the ocean? Raise your hand. Who thought that?
Me.
Yeah, one day I thought that too. But turns out there are dolphins in the river. That's quite, thank you. That's quite impressive. Okay, so now we get to the rules. Sorry, this is gonna get a little boring. But thankfully, if you follow these, лягушки. That's amazing. That's amazing. Мне очень понравилась эта история. Yeah, so thank you for that. Now we're gonna get to something a little boring. We're gonna talk about the laws of this camp. Who likes to follow rules? And who doesn't like to follow rules? Okay, leaders, keep an eye on these people. These are the people that we're gonna worry about. Oh yeah? All right. So the 10 Commandments, let's open this up. At the end of this, you're gonna have to tell me, do you agree with this or not? And if you're gonna agree with this, we're gonna go with it. All right, so here we go. I'm just kidding, you don't really have a choice, you're gonna have to agree with this. The first rule is respect quiet hours. Do you know when we're gonna go to bed every day? Yes.
10 o'clock.
Thank you. 10 p.m. And when it's time to go to bed, that means you're either in your cabins or in your cabins. Does that make sense? You can only be in your cabins when it's 10 p.m. At 7 a.m. we will have prayer every day, and I encourage everyone to go to prayer. But if you're not going to prayer because you're tired, well, at 7:45, that's when you can't sleep anymore. We're going to wake you up. Any questions on that? Perfect. All right. Next, during planned program, everyone must participate. Do you know what this means?
That you have.
So here's what that means. When we're going to start doing stations, and some of you will say, I don't want to do stations because I have a headache. And if you do have a headache, we're going to tell the nurse. If you don't, yeah, thank you, stations are fun. If you don't have a headache and you just want to sit out, that does not fly, okay? Everyone has to participate in the stations. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Always listen to your group guides. The group guides we will meet today. In fact, in the next 10 minutes. Do you promise me that you will listen to your group guides? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good job. Next. During the water balloon fight, there's going to be a water balloon fight. No water is allowed inside of the chapel, in the dining hall, or anywhere inside, okay? No water. Yeah. Thank you. Not in the cabins either. You cannot put water inside. That makes sense, right? We don't want to get flooded. We don't want water inside. We can have water outside. That's completely fine. Yeah, we don't we don't want a catastrophe. All right. Tuż. Actually, that's right. There's only one exception. It's if you're taking a shower. Good one. Yes.
Kids are smart.
Fishing is only allowed during free time or per discretion of a leader. So when we say it's free time, there's going to be actually a leader out there too. This is when you can go and catch those 5-pound bass. But when it's a program or stations or lunch or dinner or something like that, or we're doing something, you cannot be fishing. And if you are, you will soon learn what the penalties are. Вот такую большую поймал. Вау. Да. Следующий. You are only allowed to the lake with an adult. Do you guys know what a lake is? Okay, with your hand, go like this, and point to the lake right now. Point to the lake. Where is the lake? So point to the lake. I'm not helping you. Point to the lake. Where is the lake? Okay. What? So, where most people are pointing, that's where the lake is at. No, that's where the lake is at. And if there are no leaders and if we see you there alone, there might be a penalty for you. And I will tell you what that is. I will tell you what that is. You can't be there alone. This one is very important. I better not see anyone not wearing canoes, not wearing life jackets on a canoe. Okay? So if you're going boating with somebody, what do you have to wear? Let's say it one more time very loudly. Yes, yes. Please wear a life jacket. And somebody will help you with that. But this is probably the most important thing for you to remember when it comes to the lake. Wear a life jacket if you're on a canoe. Okay, this one, we're not used to this because we have never had a campground where there was a bell. But now we do, and we're going to use that bell. So when you hear the bell, you are going to be coming here, no matter what you're doing. Okay? Where are you going if you're going to hear the bell? The chapel. Yeah, the chapel. Again, where are you going if you hear the bell? Every time you hear the bell, you're coming to the chapel. Usually that means you're going to be eating soon, but we have to pray before you can eat. Yes, sir.
Are we going to wear our pajamas while we go to the bell?
I like that question. So he asked, are we going to be wearing pajamas when we go to the bell? No, we will ring the bell when you better not be wearing any pajamas already. And if you are, you have 20 seconds to get into your shorts. В этот раз я не понял, но буду учиться. Kids are not allowed in the kitchen, like directly in the kitchen. You know where the stoves are, where the knives are, and things like that. Why do you think it's a bad idea to be in the kitchen? Yes. You will get hot or you will get cut. That's the best way to put it. Don't be in the kitchen. Perfect. Here's another one. This is related to the bell. When gathering is called here, we're going to call it the Jungle Jam Assembly, because actually, if you look at your shirts, you want to imagine that you're going to be in the jungle for these 4 days. We're kind of in the jungle. And this place is called the Chapel or the Jungle Jam Assembly. This is where we're all going to come together, where we're going to jam, I guess. So we're going to all come together here. Will you remember that?
Yeah.
So the bell rings, you come into the Jungle Jam Assembly or the chapel. So now I'm gonna seal it, see? I'm gonna put a seal on it because this is our laws of this camp. Make sense?
Yeah!
Okay, do you promise to follow these laws?
Yeah!
And one more time, just really loud. Okay, it sounds like they promise, yeah? Yeah, they did it good. Oh, yes, that was good. Alright. So, now we're gonna talk about penalties. I don't like talking about penalties because, most of us, we don't need this discussion because obviously we're all gonna follow the rules, right? Right?
Yeah.
We're all gonna follow the rules? Yeah. But for those of you who think that you don't have to follow the rules, we have some penalties. And here's how we're gonna describe it. Imagine this is you. Okay, so this is you. And you come to your teacher. You will soon meet your teachers. You come to your teacher. And the teacher will give you some kind of little assignment, but you have to finish it. And if you finish